Hello ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing with our series on Combined Science Paper 2 that was written in June 2024. We are going to revise section C, which is the chemistry section. In the final exam, candidates are required to answer N2 questions on the separate answer provided, but we are going to answer all the questions from number 10 to number 12 since we are doing our revision. Number 10 is saying chlorine and bromine are some of the group 7 elements. State the number of electrons in a chlorine atom. The number of electrons in the chlorine atom is 17. We check on our periodic table. This is our chlorine, and then this is the proton number, which is 17. You should know that the number of protons and the number of electrons, they are equal in an element. Next question, we are supposed to draw a diagram to show the electronic structure of chlorine atom. So first let us write the electronic configuration. In the first shell, we need to fill it with 2 electrons. Second is supposed to be filled with 8 electrons, and then the final is supposed to have 7, so that if we say 2 plus 8 plus 7, we get 17 electrons. So I'm going to show the electronic structure diagram of chlorine atom. So first I'm going to draw a first circle that is going to be inside like this. Sorry, my compass was not stable, so I have used my handwritten. So in the first shell, we are going to fill with 2 electrons. And then in the second shell, we're supposed to fill with 8 electrons. So this is going to be the electronic structure of chlorine. We are having 2 electrons in the first shell, 8 electrons in the second shell, and then finally 7 electrons in the final shell. And then part 3, we are supposed to state the charge that is carried by an ion of chlorine. It is going to be -1. This is because chlorine is in the group 7 of the periodic table, so it requires only 1 electron to attain octet configuration. So those elements that are going to gain electrons in order to attain octet configuration, they have negative charge. So we are going to write that the charge is -1. Let us now move on to B, part 1. We're supposed to state into physical properties of bromine. The first property is that bromine is liquid at room temperature. Bromine is reddish brown in color. You should also know that bromine is pungent and irritating. So let me re-summarize the properties of bromine. The physical properties of bromine. Bromine is liquid at room temperature and pressure. Bromine is reddish brown in color. Bromine is pungent and irritating. And then on part 2, we're supposed to state into uses of bromine. Bromine is used as alternative to chlorine in water purification. Bromine is effective pesticide used both as soil fumigants in agriculture, particularly in fruit growing. Bromine is also used as fire retardant. These are chemicals that help prevent things from catching fire. And then part C, explain why chlorine displaces bromine ions in an aqueous solution. This is because chlorine is more reactive than bromine. When it comes to halogens, the reactivity decreases down the group. So it means that chlorine is more reactive than bromine. Therefore, it is going to displace bromine from an aqueous solution of the metal bromide. Let me re-explain the last question. We are supposed to explain why chlorine displaces bromine ions in an aqueous solution. In halogens, that is the group 7 elements, the reactivity decreases down the group, which implies that chlorine is more reactive than bromine. Therefore, it is going to displace bromine from an aqueous solution of metal bromide. So this was the complete solution of number 10 that was in Combined Science paper 2, June 2024. Let us now move on to number 11. Number 11A, part 1. An iron welding ring is coated with gold. Name the process that is used to coat the ring. The process of coating the welding ring is known as electroplating. And then part 2, state any 2 reasons for coating the ring with gold. It helps improve the durability of the jewelry, increasing the ring's resistance to corrosion and wear. Gold plating, it is going to enhance the ring's appearance, giving it a luxurious and attractive look. And also, gold plating, it is going to protect underlying metal from tarnishing or oxidizing, preserving its appearance. And then part 3, we're supposed to state one disadvantage of coating the ring with gold. The disadvantage is that gold plating can wear off over time, exposing the underlying metal. Another disadvantage is some people may experience skin irritation or allergic reaction of gold plating. And also another disadvantage is gold plating is not the same as solid gold ring, which can be misleading. And then part 4, we are supposed to state with a reason any other metal which can be used to coat the ring. So we can use silver. Silver is used for coating ring because of its luxurious appearance. We can also use titanium. It is used for its durability and hyperallergenic purposes. When we are saying hyperallergenic purposes, we mean that it reduces the risk of skin irritation or allergic reaction. Let us now move on to B, part 1. We're supposed to state in 3 differences between a physical change and a chemical change. So the first difference that I'm going to emphasize is that physical change is temporary or reversible change, while its chemical change is permanent and irreversible change. Physical change results in change of substance in form or state without altering its chemical composition, while the chemical change, it is going to result in chemical composition being altered and also a new substance being completely formed with different properties. In physical change, energy may or may not be released or absorbed, while in chemical change, energy is released or absorbed during the chemical change. Example of physical change is melting ice into water, and then example of chemical change is the rusting of an iron. And then lastly, we are supposed to give one example of a compound. First, let me define what is a compound. It is a pure substance that are made of 2 or more elements that are chemically joined together. Examples of compounds, we have magnesium oxide, sodium chloride, sodium carbonate, and many others. So this was the complete solution of number 11 that was in June 2024. Let us now move on to the final question in June 2024 on chemistry section. Number 12A, Fig 12.1 shows the reaction of magnesium ribbon with a steam. we are supposed to write the weight equation for the reaction. So here you need to pay attention. It is saying weight equation, not chemical equation. So we are supposed to write in words. So if we react magnesium plus steam, we are going to have magnesium oxide plus hydrogen. If we say magnesium, which is in solid state, plus steam, which is in gaseous state, we are going to have magnesium oxide, which is solid in hydrogen gas. And then on part 2, we are supposed to name with a reason the reducing agent in the reaction. So the reducing agent is going to be magnesium, because it is going to reduce this water into hydrogen. It is going to take away the oxygen from water, so that we now have magnesium oxide plus hydrogen. So it is acting as a reducing agent by doing that. Let me explain again. Magnesium is reducing agent because when we are saying reducing agent, we mean the element that is going to cause reduction to okay. Magnesium is going to cause reduction to okay because we are having water that is H2O, hydrogen with oxygen. But the moment it is going to withdraw that oxygen from water, it is now reduced because it has lost that oxygen. So that is why we are saying it is a reducing agent. So steam is going to act as oxidizing agent, as it is the one that is going to give oxygen to magnesium. And then B, part 1, cast iron is an alloy of iron. Name the element that is combined with iron to form cast iron. So we use carbon and also silicon, but the most important one is carbon. And then the next question, we are supposed to state into properties of cast iron. Cast iron, it is non-malleable. This is because it cannot be bent, straight, or hammered into a shape. Another property of cast iron is that it is extremely hard and brittle, so it is difficult to weld. And then lastly, we are supposed to give into uses of cast iron. Cast iron is used in the production of cookware, such as frying pans. Cast iron is used in the production of pipes, which are used for gas and water distribution. Cast iron beams are used in construction because of their strength and resistance to fire. They are also often used for artworks because they have ability to retain detailed shapes. So this was the complete solution of number 12 that was in June 2024. This marks the end of our tutorial today on chemistry section of combined science paper 2 that was written in June 2024. Thank you so much guys for following me on this channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share my videos. I love you all. This is Eve signing out.